Alright, so what's up YouTube? My name is Benny. This is my new channel. Probably going to be called Benny and the Ball. And I'm mostly going to do videos on this channel that are just targeting the flat earth community. And if you're a flat earther, I want you to watch this video. I don't think that you're necessarily 100% wrong, or that you're stupid, or that you've been duped, or that you're purposely misleading anyone. I just think that you're not really correct on everything you're saying, and some of the things you say kind of upsets me a little bit. But I'm not trying to have a full-on out flame war. I just want you to understand some points, and I'll watch your videos and understand some more of your guys' points. So for this video, I'm going to read off a script. Hopefully in the future I can actually remember what the fuck I want to talk about. But anyways, one of the points I wanted to talk about is that all these flat earthers, they think that we're also stupid and we're sheeple, and we think the earth is a globe just because that's what we heard in school. But the truth is, us liberal atheist science types, we don't just think the earth is round because of Neil deGrasse Tyson or Bill Nye. We actually think the earth is fucking round. We actually feel it. We actually believe it. It's not just school. You know, fuck school. If it wasn't in school, there's still... Dude, I wasn't taught about Pokemon in school, and guess what? I love Pokemon. So, it can't just be because of school. Now, a good example of someone actually being able to feel that the earth is round is my grandpa. So, and I can already hear you flat earthers whining, oh, that's anecdotal evidence, that's not real evidence. Well, guess what? A lot of times evidence is anecdotal. When Professor Higgs discovered the Higgs boson, he didn't say, oh, look at this dictionary, here's the Higgs boson. No, he had to be the first one to discover it. He had to use his own experience to discover it. He said, hey guys, I found some really weird shit. This particle is a particle when it wants to be. And when I try to measure it like a wave, it's a wave. Maybe it's a wavicle. And then they figured out, you know, maybe the particles are changing with their mind and matter's changing. So that's anecdotal evidence right there, and it's factual. It's real. Now, so he took his experience and he made a new discovery based on that. And it's like if I tell you guys, hey, if I wasn't wearing a shirt right now, and I was like, oh guys, I'm doing this video shirtless because I spilled ketchup on my shirt, and then you guys are like, oh, no, false. You're really taking off your shirt because you want to show off your body. I don't trust your anecdotal evidence. That's insane to think that. Because then that means I would have to film myself all day just so I can prove that I actually spilled ketchup on my shirt, and that's why I'm doing it shirtless. So that's ridiculous. So, no, I actually do have a grandpa, you know. One time I actually did fart at the dentist's office when he told me to cough. And it was embarrassing, but I wish I had it on camera so I could prove it to all you naysayers. I'm not going to film myself looking out the airplane window just so I can prove some shit. You know, anecdotal evidence, it really is the basis of observation, okay? And that's part of the scientific method. So, something's not false just because it's anecdotal. Okay, we're getting a little bit off topic. But, no, I don't really think we are, because this is important. It really bugs me when a fellow globetrotter says something like, oh, I was flying to San Antonio, and, you know, I'm 35,000 feet up in the sky, and I think I could really see the curve of the earth. It really looked curved. And then everyone's like, all the flat earthers are like, oh no, that's not real. It's anecdotal evidence. It doesn't count. But then you flat earthers also turn around and say, come on, sheeple. Don't listen to NASA. Don't fill out your FAFSA. Don't go to school. Just trust your own eyes. So what is it, guys? Should I trust my own eyes? Or is anecdotal evidence wrong? Really? So, if I should trust my own eyes, and my own eyes is telling me that the earth is flat, according to you guys, then show me the dome too. I want to see the dome. Let me see it with my own eyes then, if that's real, and I should trust my own eyes. So basically my point is, anecdotal evidence isn't always bad, and you flat earthers make it seem like it is, and then you also make it seem like it's credible when you want it to be credible for your own argument. he saw the apple fall off of the tree. And that's when he discovered gravity. Without anecdotal evidence, we wouldn't be able to prove this gravity. We would not have any evidence to prove it. So I trust my eyes. I trust that when I look out of my balcony and I can't see past the mountains, I trust that it's because the earth is curved, right? Because I'm seeing it with my own eyes. I'm seeing that there's mountains blocking my view, and that's because the earth is curved. I'm trusting that. I'm looking at it with my own eyes. Getting back to my original point, though, I do have anecdotal evidence from my grandpa that kind of proves that, yeah, we might actually be on a spinning ball. Newsflash, right? I trust my grandpa when he tells me that he takes this medicine called bromine, and it's for motion sickness. And I told him, I said, Grandpa, why do you take that stuff? He lives by Orlando, so he lives by all the theme parks, but he's not going on those roller coasters anymore. He's not going on cruises every month. He's not driving around in the car all day. So I'm like, Grandpa, why are you taking this anti-motion sickness medicine? And he says, Benny, you know what? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I just get this motion sickness out of thin air. I'm like, Grandpa, it's not out of thin air. It's out of thick air. The atmosphere. It's literally moving at 1,000 miles per hour or something like that. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot of motion. So there's proof for you flat earthers. No, we don't all just believe in the ball because of Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Carl Sagan. We actually have real life evidence too. Problem with you guys is that this evidence, you guys say it's anecdotal evidence and it doesn't count as fact. But if I mention a proof made by a leading scientist, it's indoctrination, so you can't really win with you guys. But at least we have the truth on our side, and you guys kind of only have half-truths, lies, and contradictions. You guys will say that Neil deGrasse Tyson, whatever he says is false because he wears a sun and moon vest, indicating that he's a Freemason. But then in a different video, that was in a video I saw made by one of you flat earthers, I forget which one, and then that same exact video, a few minutes later, he says he's a highly paid Mason and a shill. So which is it? Can I not trust Tyson because he's a paid shill? Or should I not trust him because he's out there Masoning for free? I don't know. You guys claim both are true. And it's bad enough that I can't trust Tyson chicken. They also do pork and stuff. I've seen documentaries on what Tyson does with their farm animals. So I can't trust Tyson chicken. It would be nice if I could at least trust the space Tyson, but oh no, he has a vest with a sun on it, and he's a Freemason doing it for free that gets paid. So it's just a lot of the time you guys talk so much, but when you really break down what the flat earthers are saying, you'll find all these contradictions that ball earthers just don't have. So anyways, according to you guys, I can't trust anyone except for Eric Dubay. But then according to some of you other flat earthers, Eric Dubay is a controlled opposition Nazi trying to make all flat earthers look anti-Semitic. And even then, someone else will say, you know, you gotta listen to Mark Sargent. And then someone will say, no, you can't, because he believes in the dome enclosed system, and that's a bunch of biblical nonsense. And someone else might say, you gotta listen to Math Powerland. He's the original one. So, even in your little tight-knit, flat earth niche, you have so much infighting. In my group that I belong to, it's not really a very specific group like the flat earth community. It's a spread out group, just kind of loosely known as social democrats or whatever you want to call us. But even us, we don't have so much infighting. We generally believe in the same thing. We all supported Bernie Sanders, thought that Hillary Clinton kind of cheated him out of the election, but she'd still obviously be better than Trump. We all believe in climate change. Think that God is really the Big Bang, that you Christians are just confused. The real miracle of life is evolution, and how everything came from nothing and then just evolved on its own without needing to be designed by a creator. We also think that 9/11, yeah, it was a little bit weird, but it was more like episode of The Twilight Zone than an actual inside job conspiracy. We also think that abortion and immigration are just as civil as rights as breathing or food. So even in my group that has, I'm sure, a lot more members than the Flat Earth group, we don't have so much infighting. So if you guys are going to say something ridiculous, don't fight so much amongst yourselves. That's just my point to you guys that I hope maybe helps a little bit. My group doesn't have any room for disagreement. Us sciencey atheist types, we don't have any margin for error because we're the ones actually going out there discovering, exploring, while you flat earthers are just critical of us, saying everything we do is fake. And then what? And then you also, guess what? You might have a prescription for medicine, maybe ADD medication, pain medication, cholesterol medication, whatever. Guess what? One of those sciencey atheist types is probably the one that did it. So it's real, it's tangible. So now, we don't have any margin for error, my sciencey types. We don't have as much infight as you guys. You don't have a team of NASA guys that are trying to conduct a solar mission or whatever it is that they do. They're not out there in the spaceship flying towards the sun saying, hey Bill, make sure you watch out for the firmament on your way out. And then Bill's like, no way, Neil. There's no such thing. We're just gonna keep rocking the ship straight. And then next thing you know, the sun explodes because the space team wasn't able to reach the restoration point in time. Because we're arguing over stupid shit like whether or not the Earth has a fucking glass ceiling over it. So do you see how ridiculous your guys' infighting and points are when you really break it down from a common sense perspective? But anyways, guys, my name's Benny. Benny and the Ball. This is my first video. I'm just kind of trying to come out of the closet right now, saying that I got blue balls on my mind and they're massive. So I'm aware of you guys, you flat Earth leaders, like Dubay, ODDD TV, Russia vids, flat Earth arsehole. I'm aware of you guys. I don't really want to get in a fight or anything. I just want civil debate, see where you guys are at. You guys can see where I'm at. Maybe we can get to a consensus that maybe the Earth's you ever skateboard and you do a lot of power slides and you start getting flat spots on your wheels? Maybe it's just something like that. Kansas, flatter than a pancake apparently. Doesn't mean that the world is not a ball. So anyways, I just want to talk to you guys, make some points like that, and maybe you guys will realize that it's not some big conspiracy. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy to think the Earth is flat, but isn't it even crazier to just admit that maybe we actually are on just a ball spinning through space and we're all just a bunch of grown-up monkeys? That's crazy enough. So, you can leave your flat Earth and reptilians at the door. We got enough crazy stuff going on right now, and then just move on. Get a job, girlfriend, like I'm trying to do. And yeah, and also my next few videos, they're going to be a lot better. As you can tell, I haven't done a ton of research on this subject. But I want to. I want to be able to debunk this whole thing better, at least have a civil debate. Maybe I'll end up coming across something crazy. Maybe I'll find out that we really live on a giant mirror and the stars are just reflections of our porch lights. Probably not, but I actually do a lot of research in my spare time about like iPhone cases and what kind of octane gasoline to put in your car. So I'm not new to research. Recently I've been trying to debunk reptilians. My first YouTube channel was skateboarding videos. My second one was about my band called the Acetones. And now this one was going to be about reptilians. I was going to try to debunk the whole David Icke reptilian thing. I had a video actually where I asked like about 100 different people if they were a shape-shifting reptilian or an alien. And guess what? All of them said no. And I thought that was a pretty good proof, because if there's so many shape-shifting reptilians, you think you come across at least one in 100. But turns out that I realized that if someone was a shape-shifting alien, they probably wouldn't tell me. Because that's the whole reason why they're shape-shifting in the first place, is not blow their cover. Also, Chuck E. Cheese isn't really the best place to film because there's a lot of background noise and stuff. So I threw those tapes away. Decided I'm gonna start from scratch and debunk the flat Earth because it's easier to debunk. Because I want to keep my options open. Maybe NASA or ESA or SpaceX or the Chinese one that's going to the moon lately, or the one that went to Pluto. Maybe they'll come across a new planet where the conditions are right for shapeshifting, and maybe there actually are shapeshifting aliens there. But as far as the Earth being flat, I mean that's ridiculous. None of the other planets are flat. Why would this one be flat? It's not like you go to the supermarket and you're like waiting around. You're asking the produce worker, "Hey, have you seen any of the flat apples?" He's like, "No, I've never seen a flat apple. We only have round ones. I only know of round apples." And you're like, "Well, dude, wouldn't it be really special if we all lived on a flat apple?" Like, no, it just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. So, anyways, Mark, Juron, Russia, Triple DTV, Eric, Matt, and Arsol. This means war, a civil war, a nice war. A civilian war. Not a nice war, but still, this is war, so hope to see you guys there.
Can I hit that cigarette?
I put it out
Fuck.
like 5 minutes ago.
Well, that's a bummer.
I have another one.
Okay, cool.
That's kind of why vegetarians are so healthy, because they always have to take a shit, because of beans and stuff.
It's rolling.
Oh, okay. So, what up, guys? Where I'm gonna try to take down the flat earthers because it's just kind of a distraction from the real issues that we face, like economic imbalance, sexual harassment in the workplace. I'm just freeballing. I don't know, but that's not a problem for me. But for women, I'm sure it is. But so I trust my grandpa when he tells me that he takes this medicine called bromine, and it's for motion sickness. And I asked him, I said, "Why do you take that stuff? You don't go on cruises every day. You don't go to amusement parks anymore. You don't fly in airplanes that much. You're not driving around all day. So Grandpa, why do you take that stuff?" And he said, "Benny, I don't know why. Sometimes I just get motion sickness for nothing, just out of thin air." And I said, "Well, you know what, Grandpa? You didn't get sick out of thin air. You got sick out of thick air." Stop it. It just makes sense that we would live on a ball. Circles make sense. They're kind of like a perfect shape. A flat plane, that doesn't really make so much sense as a shape. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, you don't really have to do too much research to know that the Earth isn't flat. I mean, look, go to the beach. You can see the edge of the ball. Then you keep going. I worked on a fishing boat before. You keep sailing out there. The ball just, the horizon just keeps moving. Know that band "Bring Me the Horizon" from that quote? You're never really gonna hit the horizon because it's just a ball that just keeps going.
Yeah, it's rolling, man.
Is it still rolling?
Yeah, of course it's still rolling.
I
Can I hit that cigarette?
Yeah, we'll just edit. We'll just keep going. I don't think you guys are losers. I don't think you guys are Satan worshippers or Illuminati shills or anything like that. Or I don't think you're actually trying to deceive people. I just think you guys are just confused. So I want to just help you guys out. And some of the things you guys.
Making this movie?
Because I want to tell people that, you can be vegan and you can still do manly things like weightlifting, kicking back some beer, smoke a cigarette Tello or 3 or 5, go fishing. Well, I don't really like that because I think it hurts the fish and it's kind of messed up to do that, but you can go hiking, I can keep up with the guys, I can keep up with the girls, and I can still kick back a veggie burger or two, and I don't think that I should have to feel emasculated because of it. Is it still going? What are you doing? So I'm not reading off of a script. This is a script for a different YouTube video. This is me just freeballing here, but so you can see I have a long. You're supposed to, dude. You're supposed to say.
It's really blurry for some reason.
Oh, is it blurry? That's weird. Let me see it.
Yeah, like if I zoom in a lot, it's not. But then like when I'm zooming out, yeah, it's getting like really blurry. Like when it's like your whole body, like I can't even.
Get back further then. Because it wasn't doing.
No, it's something else.
Here, let me see it. You might just need to restart it.
Yeah, point it like me.
Dude, it's so fucking blurry, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you laughing?
Mark, say something cool.
God is alive and everywhere.
Okay, and what else?
The Jews did 9/11.
And?
You have to find love inside yourself. You can't depend on other people and make you happy.
Or what?
It all starts from the inside. You can be happy inside.
The inside of where?
Your soul.